Hello, everyone. Today is the 12th of January. I want to cover Bitcoin just for a few minutes today. Right now, we're kind of in a crossroad right now. I'll go through that in a second, but I just want to make a couple comments real quick about this. I was not feeling too well last weekend and we had some selling. I noticed a couple of dislikes, so I wanted to comment about that. I always tell you guys to listen to my videos. That way you'll know what's going on. Go back and listen to the older videos because you'll see very clearly that I was talking about. I'm using terminology like you might want to lighten up your holdings. You might want to sell some positions. These kind of terminologies. You might want to take some profits with some of your position. This kind of thing. Pretty darn good clues to me what that means. But that being said, we've got investors and we've got traders out there, and so we want to distinguish between them a little bit. Now, investors out there, depending on how conservative you are, I would say a more conservative percentage of your portfolio would be 10%. And then you could trade, say, with 10% of your portfolio. Depending on how aggressive you are, you might run up to 30 and even 40%, depending on the aggressive traders. Again, short term, I would not recommend folks to do the things that I do. I tend to trade with 35 to 40 to 1 leverage, but I'm very quick with my spots and I make great percentages on my quick trades. But as far as the traders are concerned, and back to the dislikes and whatnot, we had the clues coming. We were saying that, yeah, we talked short term about some movements up, yes, but then we didn't reach the 44,000 when I was not feeling too well, and that was a good clue right there. But that being said, just for traders, I want to I want you to solve this problem in the future for good. So whenever I also mentioned the term tightening up your stops. So when you think that you're going to see some selling and you think that we're due for some kind of a correction and you're doing any kind of trading in the opposite direction, in this particular case going up, you're going to want to move your stops up as the price rises. Okay, so for an aggressive trader, anywhere from say 3 to 7% of the price is where you're going to want to move your stops up. And if you get stopped up, hey, so be it. It just is what it is. It's rather good to lose a couple percent than it is to lose 15, 20, 30, 40%, depending on what you're doing with your level of your trades and your leverage. Okay. That being said, 3 to 7%, you keep yourself out of hot water. So therefore, when we went up to the 42, we didn't make our 44s. You should be having your stops say 3 to 7% below that, and that way you're protecting against any potential losses, and plus it helps you sleep better at night as well. So just that's just a general rule of thumb to keep yourself out of trouble. If something went against you, keep that in mind. Now, what I want to just generally speak about today is we've got a good pullback, which is good. We had our relative strength in the upper 80s and even 90s at some points, and again, we just went too far too fast. We were overextended. So now that we've pulled back to the 30,000, and I mentioned, and we talked about that before, and of course we held it. Now this is giving ourselves a chance to reset our relative strengths and things like that, and maybe try to move from here. So right now it's up in the air. What's really going on right now? We don't know yet. We could very well go up and form a lower high and turn back around. That's a possible scenario, as well as we could see a bullish move. So right now we talked about the 30,000 up to the 33.5. That's kind of played out. It's gone a little bit higher, which is great. So, but we're going to talk for a bit about that. So our first level, we had the 30,000 that we mentioned. Honestly, we held really at 31,000. When I made that mention about reversing my short term call and moving up a little and extending a little, notice that we had hit that 31,000. I thought that was ironic. Well, that's exactly when we went down to the 30,000. We spiked down there, yes, but we held that 31,000 area, and I thought that was very important. So then what did we do? We moved on up 33, 34, whatever. No, actually, no, I apologize. We went up to, I believe, about 36,000 thereabouts. So we went a little higher than that 33.5, which is great. And then we came back down. We're looking to maybe hold the 32, and we seem to have held that as well. So today, we've actually got a higher low forming. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods just yet. It just means we have a higher low forming. Short term, that's a good sign for traders. I will also mention to you from our high of around the 42,000 area, a 23.6%. We'll just call it a 0.236. The fib extensions, that really, or I should say the fib retracements, excuse me, that is actually at 33,057, to be honest with you. So that's what we seem to have held so far, which is good. But again, remember, this is short term. I keep saying this, guys, because right now we could form an inverted head shoulders pattern. We could form a regular head and shoulders pattern. We just don't know yet. So with that in mind, our scenario is playing out kind of similar to what we thought about moving up. We went to 33.5. We're holding that 33,000, which is great. So, but we want to look at a shorter term here. If I'm going to go out to the 1 hour time frame, what we've got is a descending wedge that is coming down. However, we have broken up through that descending wedge, which is a positive sign. But again, it's not getting us out of hot water just yet. But I do like what I see. And then if we go also to the hourly time frame, we're actually possibly the beginnings of an ascending triangle. Okay, where I say that because we've got a low of that 31 up to that 36.5, back down to really snapping to the 32.5, that area I mentioned before, that 32.8 to 33,000. We really went down to maybe about 32.7, 6 just as a spike, but we literally held that 33,000, and that's important to notice. And so that could be our second higher low there. Okay, so what we're going to want to see now is, do we come back down and form another higher low, or are actually going to bust through and get back up to that 36.5? So right now on the upside, our 36.5 is an important number that we're going to be wanting to continue to look at, and we're going to want to get through that. But again, I'd like to see another couple moves down just with higher lows, and just develop the pattern of an ascending triangle. So you guys, it's really up in the air right now how this is going to play out, but we have to, every day is a chapter to the story, as I always tell my folks in the Telegram room. So I did make an adjustment. Hopefully, it sounds a little bit better. Appreciate your feedback with that as well. I'm going to be doing some analysis on Litecoin, Ethereum, and a couple others, as again, I'm playing catch up. So, but we're holding that 33, which is that 0.236 fib, which is important. We're also above that 33.5 that I mentioned. We want to continue just to see what's going to happen, guys. I mean, again, I wish I could tell you more right now, but we just have to wait and watch and see what the information is going to tell us. With that in mind, I hope this has been helpful. If you like what you hear, and please remember, go back and listen to the other videos, kind of get a feel for where we're going. So I am encouraged again by this reset of the relative strengths. Let's see how it plays out. With that in mind, guys, share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I release a video. I appreciate your time, guys. I want to thank you all and wish you a great day.